Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept your lack of focus, agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me, needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find a me in me.
The Short Sport by K. David Jordan.
I have a lot to say, lot to say, lot to say. Clear to glad my people strive for. The lion scheme for the cash flow. Manipulating, preaching be humble, while their own arrogance overflow. I just try to be me, try to be the guy. Every time I turn around, it seems people being shady, especially the ones I love. 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 Back and forth we go, trying to make the best of life we know. We test the trials, we try to grow, but it's so hard when grow's slow. Like seasons change, we know. Through the cuts and pains, things show. We try to wear the mask, but let go. And be transparent and let them know. Oh, I just try to be me. Thinking I hit G. I just try to be me. Thinking I hit G. I'm shady. King Joe.
Oh, y'all know what it is. Let's go get it. Yo, let's go. Yeah. How's everybody doing, man? I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody's doing well. Everybody been talking back in the day. I used to be out the street back in the day. But guess what? God came and he saved me. Yeah. And I'm brand new. Let's go get it. Woo! Let me do my hip hop sound. Alright, let's go. All right, let's talk about it. I hope everybody's good, man. I hope everybody's having a great time. I hope everybody's doing their thing and having a great day, man. I just want to jump on real quick and holler at you guys about something, man. It's about living out your purpose, living out your dreams, going for your dreams, finding out what your purpose is, and not only finding out what your purpose is, being able to step out on faith and live out that purpose. Let me say this off the rip. Like, this year, within the last few months, three months since September, October, November, December, 3 months, the last 3 months, I stepped out on faith and I stepped out on my purpose and stepped out to really work in my purpose, and the things that God has done has really been amazing. Right? Even if you're not ultra religious, I'm super religious. First of all, I'm super, super, super duper religious, right? I'm a Christian. I'm super religious. Like so it's get to the point now where people be like, they're not religious. And let me take my glass so y'all can see my face, see my eyes on this one. You know what I'm saying? How people be like they super duper religious. Like they're Christian, but they're not super religious. I'm super duper religious, man, and I really want to I bless God for everything that He's done. But even if you're not religious, stepping out and doing your purpose and stepping out and doing your thing and stepping out on faith and really trusting, I hate to say trust the process, but really trusting your character, your talent, and your drive and your motives can really pay dividends. Over the years, man, I've really, ladies and gentlemen, over the years, I've always, known I've had talent. I've always known I worked hard to be this, and I used to use different things to fuel me to be great. But then once I realized what actually my purpose is in life and what I'm supposed to be doing, and I start trusting that and trusting who I am and trusting what God has blessed me with, the talents that God has blessed me with, you know what I'm saying? I've seen just within the last 3 months, my life is just like really transitioned. You know what I'm saying? It's been like a super duper transition, and God is opening so many doors. Now, this is the thing that I want you guys to understand. A lot of times when you walk out on your purpose and you walk out on the things that you on your talent and what God has blessed you with. What's up, John? How was your day? All right, and we walk out on your talent and your things that you blessed with. Doesn't mean that everything's gonna be easy. It's not gonna mean that every day is gonna be peachy cream. It doesn't mean that every day your money is instantly gonna get tight. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you instantly gonna be a millionaire. It can happen. It definitely can happen. God can bless you, and according to your faith, be it all to you, God can bless you to instantly be a millionaire. It can happen. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe in God, those things can happen. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If you trust what your purpose and you trust yourself and the talent and the gifts that God has given you, I'm telling you, man, He will open doors that you never, ever, ever thought of, ever seen. And to be honest with you, a lot of times we want to do it within our own timing. We want to do it within our own time. We want it to happen instantly. And this is something that I really want you guys to understand. I really want you guys to understand. First of all, I want to say thank you. First and foremost, thank you to the people that held with me, to the people that saw talent and worked with me, to the people that's working with me now, that's partnering with me now and stepping out with me. I first got to say I appreciate it, because none of this stuff would be possible with people loving on me, caring for me, investing with me, checking me, criticizing me, chastising me, supporting me, both with words and prayers and financially, reaching out, showing love, and encouraging words. And those who hated, those who did different things, saying, try to put me down and stuff like that. That's all a part of the journey, right? That's all a part of the journey. Walking in your purpose is all a part of the journey of, it's going to be some hard times and rough times, but it's also, once you get to a certain standard, if you really, really look past the hard times, you can see the greatness, and you can see the possibilities are endless. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we get comfortable being in a certain situation, even if it's our jobs, even if it's in relationships, even if it's in friendships, even in our own lives, we get complacent and we stop utilizing our purpose and our gifts to grow, right? And anything that doesn't grow, anything that doesn't continue to grow, it becomes stagnant, and eventually it dies. We know that. Right. But what it is, and what I really bless God for, is the opportunity, because guys, about 3-4 months ago, I was in a situation where I had gotten stagnant, and I was definitely complacent. And complacency leads to really complacency leads to a lack of success. And I was really complacent where I was, and it was okay. I was making okay money. You know what I'm saying? I was being able to do different stuff like that. But it wasn't really until I stepped out on faith, and I stepped out and I started really concentrating on my purpose, that I started seeing what life really is about. Now, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden I start getting millions of dollars. Nah, that doesn't mean it. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden my business just exploded. Nah, not at all. Actually, I went back financially. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, I had to go back and invest and really honestly accrue more debt. I literally was out of debt. I literally was out of debt. I was like out of debt. I was a few thousand from being completely debt free. And then I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna step out on faith and do this, da 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 da. And really, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you some tidbits too. And really, I had to invest back into it to get to, start seeing the things that happens. You know what I'm saying? So, and let me say this too. Sometimes we get some complacent and stuff. There are obstacles that have to come our way to really allow us to see what we're really supposed to be doing. Prime example, what you mean, King? In 2008, I'm gonna quit testimony. I'm gonna be off and off because I just wanted to share this. This was on my heart, so I jumped on to share this before I go in, and I got to meet with the young people in a couple of minutes at the studio. But let me say this: before about 2008, I was working a job. And when I was working the job in 2008, I was making really, really good money. I'm talking about really, really good money. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I was making about 60,000, right? And I was getting complacent in where I was, right? So that was 2008. I was in complacent with where I was, right? So I was cool, single man, no kids, blah, 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 blah. I didn't doing my thing. When something happens and these obstacles came to get my attention because like, hey, you need to get back what it was. So what happened? I found myself falling back. So then I got another really good job. Because y'all know your boy's talented. You guys have talent. Let me say something. You have talent. And that's the key. That's the important thing, knowing your worth and your talent. Because we hear in relationships, everybody, because everybody's a relationship guru now. You hear everybody talking about knowing your worth, but really, really knowing your worth has nothing to do with really who you're dating and who your relationship. It does at the end. It does it with your selection. But once you actually know who you are and what you have and what you bring and what you offer and everything else, it actually changes your selection. And really, the people attract themselves to you because they see who you are and what you're worth. Right? That's a nugget for relationships. But what I'm saying is, once I recognized what it was, I was having a conversation, God rest my mother, and I kept losing jobs. I'm like, why am I continuously losing jobs, Jesus? Why am I losing jobs? I'm doing a great job. But it was funny because I would get fired, then offered a job with the same company, right? So it's like, all right, cool. We're going to take a job, but here's another job. We'll say, but hey, you did such well. We got another position for you. Hey, we cutting this, but we got another position for you. And way back in 2008, my mom said, well, King, what do you really want to do? And I was like, I'm really good at production. Like, I like producing. I like being behind the scenes. I like being in front of the scenes. I like production. I'm an artsy guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nerd. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nerd. So shout out to all my nerds out there. Peace to all my nerds. Nerds run the world. So I was like, that's true. Nerds run the world. Y'all be like, the cool people run the world. They don't. The cool people don't run the world. We hired the cool people to promote what we created. All right. But anyway, so I was like, I'm a nerd. I like doing production, blah, 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 blah. This is way before it got popular, right? I was on social media way before it got popular and got paid. You get paid to get on social media. But she said, well, okay, well, then once you start your business and do what you love and your purpose, and it won't seem like work. Like, okay. In 2008, I started doing production and blah, 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 blah. Doors start opening in. Then life happens. And this is the thing, guys. When you have a purpose and you're walking in your purpose, you got to look for life happening. Life is going to happen. It doesn't mean that, hey, because that's why you hear all the time. You even hear millionaires and billionaires. And some of the cats that I talk to, some friends that I have are millionaires and billionaires. They consistently tell me, they be like, King, they be like, yo, man, I'm a millionaire. I got the money, but I'm still unhappy. I'm like, how? You make millions. You make billions. I'm still empty. How? You make millions. You make billions. Yeah, but I'm still empty, right? Until they find their actual purpose of why they're doing and why they're living. The millions and billions is just money. They like the lifestyle, and the lifestyle is cool, but they still have issues and trials and tribulations and stuff where they feel unaccomplished and unassuming because guess what? The money isn't what makes you whatever. And this is something I had to learn too. Money simply is a simple means of exchange. Let me say that again. Money is just a simple means of exchange. I give you money because I want something from you. You give me money because you want something from me, right? And, the true thing of your purpose is understanding that really your talent is priceless. Yeah, you do jobs. Woo, say that again, King Joe. Your talent is priceless. What your energy and your talent is priceless. But what you charge for is the job that you do. You get what I'm saying? You challenge for the job that you accomplish. You challenge for what am I doing? But the talent that you actually have is priceless. We can't put a price on the talent of Michael Jackson. We can't put a price on the talent of a Beyonce. We can't really put a price on a talent of whatever. But what we put a price on is the job that they do or how the job to display the talent. So when you're in your purpose and once you really understand, what you have is priceless. And you start working in that. And you just really put what you feel like your value is on the work and the job that I'm doing. Okay. So if I'm doing a job, that job, I'm really paying for my time to do that job, but you're not really, my talent is me. That's priceless. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, people try to put a dollar figure on your talent. When truth be told, your talent really is priceless. Because if you was I'm brought up all the talents for all the years that you live in, it's not really a price on it. What's the price is the job that I'm doing for you. The job that I'm doing for you. That's what I'm paying. That's what you're really paying for. You're paying for that time and for me to utilize my talent that I have inside of me for that certain amount of time before this job that we're doing. Once I figured that out, it's like, okay, boom, the world opened to me. And this is the thing. I'm not telling anybody to go quit your job or whatever. If you know, to try to do what I do, because everybody want to tell you what to do. I heard somebody telling me, I recently purchased a building. I heard somebody tell me, and I said I was going to purchase one for my significant other. I heard somebody say, "Man, you don't need it." I was like, "How you going to tell me what I need, bro? You're not in my shoes. You don't know me. You don't live with me. You don't know what I got going on. You just talking from an outside perspective of what you think that I need, and you have no idea." Right? And y'all always talk about people being arrogant. The most arrogant people are the people that try to tell you what you need. They're going to itemize your life and tell you what you need to do with your life, or you need to do it this way, or don't do it this way. Right? That's your thing. That's you. I get it. Like, give me good advice on some things that I do, but don't tell me what I need. Don't tell me what this is what you need to do. How you know? A lot of times, especially family and friends that feel like they know you, they a lot of times they put talk that King Joe. A lot of times they put their assessment, their value of what they think you got going on. They put your value on it. Their value. Oh, I think that this is what you need. How the heck you gonna tell me? You don't know my finances. You don't know my bank account. You don't know anything that I got going on. So how you gonna tell me what you think I need? Right? And then sometimes they just be talking. It just be talking. You just be talking. Like, sometimes I just listen, and I like listening to people because, like, people are like, well, you like to talk, but a lot of times I really listen to people. I be like, okay, let me hear what you said. Let me hear your thought process on it, right? And then what people don't like is when you challenge it, be like, well, that don't make sense. Then they will go, no. Let's have the back and forth. If you really love me and care for me, have the back and forth with me, right? Don't just sit out there and say, oh, you don't need that, or you don't need this. This is the way. Because guess what? Life does not work in a generalistic terms. We have statistics of generalistic things, but normally when you find yourself in those statistics where you're in general doing everything in general, that means you're normally following the footsteps of people that work generally in those things, right? Now, what you mean, King? Life really, to those who are creators and those who are ambitious and those that life is really kind of anecdotal. There really isn't any what's the word? Any path or any rule book or anything to say. Now, we like to watch stuff and we like to listen to people and say, okay, they did this, they did that, they did this. Okay, so it has to work. Or more people be like, hey, this is the rule book that you got to follow in your life in order to get to be the success, right? Because guess what? What we're finding is a lot of that stuff they're saying, they don't know what they're talking about. They're just talking bull. You remember back in the day, everybody used to say, go to college, get you a good job, and get a good job. That's how you're going to be successful. Now we got people that's gone to college and got degrees and can't even pay their rent. Are homeless out here street. Now they're saying, hey, I remember I was doing music. They said, hey, you just need to concentrate on making production, doing music production. And I was like, yeah, okay, I got you. Right. And I listen. Now they're telling you, hey, being a music producer isn't enough. Being an artist, you need to concentrate on doing music and artists. Now they're saying being an artist isn't enough. You need to have art. You need to be able to be a creator. You need to create content. You got to be a videographer, an editor, all these things to be able to accomplish. And what it really boils down to say is, man, what is the greatness that you have in yourself? Stop trying to give me a playbook, and that playbook might not be for me. Y'all know I do a sports show, so let me break it down in the sports terminology. Listen, I can't run the same playbook for Tom Brady that I run for Lamar Jackson. Talk that, King Joe.
Hey, King.
Hey, John. The offenses are different. You can't run the same playbook. Guess why? Because the skill set is different. Woo, talk that, King Joe. That's the clip. That's the clip I'm selling. That's the clip right there. That's the clip. That's the clip I'm going to cut up and I'm going to chop up and I'm going to put out there. You can't run the same playbook for everybody. Brock Purdy is fantastic in the San Francisco 49ers playbook. But guess what? That playbook he probably would not work in a Baltimore offense that's catered to Lamar Jackson. And a lot of people are trying to cater your playbook, your life's playbook, based upon someone else's talent and skill set. So what you have to do is get yourself in a program and get yourself that in a position where you're living the life where the talent that you have, you're living the life where your skill set is on display. And that's your purpose. Ooh, break it down, Mr. Jordan. Y'all should be sharing this video right here. That's your purpose. And once you get in your purpose, it still doesn't mean, listen, I heard somebody say, when you do what you love, it's not work. That's not true, man. Like, as a matter of fact, because I do music, I like music production, because I like video production, because I like doing photography and stuff like that. And now that I get paid for it to do it. Oh, it's definitely work. So guess what I had to do? I had to find other things that I like outside of the things that I really love to do to be like, cool. To really take my mind off certain things. To really think, you know what? I started to do a gaming channel, right? Because I like gaming, right? So I'm a nerd. I told you at the beginning, I'm a nerd, right? So I like gaming, right? So I like gaming. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I need to really do something to get out of, production and music and graphic design and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, I'm a game. So then somebody's like, oh man, you gaming? Make a gaming video. And I started to be like, all right, cool. Well, let me set up. And I did one, and it did very well. YouTube is hard. It's hard to grow on YouTube than it is on any other website, right? So I put on YouTube, and the YouTube got one of the higher videos that I had on YouTube. And I was like, all right, cool. This might work. Then I thought about it, I said, but wait a minute. I really ain't doing this just to get views and get people to watch. That ain't really what I'm doing. I'm doing this to get away from all this stuff. I'm doing this to get away from it. And I stopped it. But once you understand your skill set, once you understand your purpose, once you understand your the things in which you know where you're supposed to do, you understand your skill set, your talent. Now you can operate in that. It's a lot of people that have degrees that are not working in the field that they actually have the skill set and talent in. And what's happening is, when I'm learning these guys, once I start working in that purpose, guess what? I start living better. I start feeling better. I start feeling more accomplished with things I'm doing. My creativity went up. My self-esteem went higher because I was doing the things that I was purposed to do. A lot of times a lot of people walk around with stress. They walk around with low self-esteem. They walk around with high blood pressure, a lot of things like that, because they're not operating in the purpose. They're not operating in the skill set and the talent and the things that they are really, really good at. So now they're having to have pressure to overextend themselves to complete tasks and assignments and different things like that. Now they walk around that pressure because they really don't like what they're doing. They really don't care for what they're doing. Last 3 months, guys, I've been walking in my purpose, and I've seen doors open again. I've seen situations open again. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. And I've been able to be more creative, be able to do more things, right? More people have been wanting to invest. More people have been interested in what I'm doing because they say, dang, I see you walking in your purpose now, King. Same thing will happen to you. Gotta step out on faith. Faith is, when you step out on faith, it doesn't look, it look crazy. People will say you're crazy. That's why I say I don't listen to other people's game plan for me. Because they're looking and when you step out on faith, faith is normally crazy. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy. Like he got some problems. I don't know what he's doing. Right? You know what? Because they don't see it. It ain't for them to see. God didn't give them the vision. He gave it to you. So when I stepped out on faith, I had people being like, yo, he crazy, man. Yeah, it's like, man. Psh. And the crazy thing is, those same people are the ones that he's creating, he uses to often push. He uses to invest. Those same people are the ones that he uses to make. And this is another thing. Last thing too is a lot of times you have to step outside of your comfort zone, meaning your family, your friends, the people like that. Because a lot, like I said, what they do, they go ahead and itemize based upon what they know about you. So they're gonna marginalize you because they know you. Oh, I know he got this. I know he got that. I know this is his shortcoming. I know this is what he's good at. Blah, 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 blah. So they've marginalized what it is, where outside people are looking at you and say, okay, all right, he's talented. He can do the world. With that being said, man, some things that I have going on, stepping out on my purpose, some things that I have going on as far as creating some different things. Like I got some beautiful things. What you heard earlier was the new single. I'm working on a new album, production, music, producing shows and things of that nature, stepping outside. A lot of stuff that you guys hear as far as like when you see the shows that we're creating. I actually got like 2 other shows that I'm gonna work and produce. Shout out to my girl, Sherry Jackson, and my boy J Rob. Different ones. I got some other shows that we're producing are part of my network that I'm working on. And some partnerships that we're working on. Just stepping out on purpose, not being scared. Not being scared. And don't try to put me in the box to act like you or what you think is right. Right? What you think is right. Because if God gave it to you, whatever everyone else thinks is right is wrong. Let me say that one more time. If God gave it to you, who cares what everybody else thinks? It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. If you believe that, you believe that. All right. So with that being said, like we have a lot of things that we have in coming down the pipe. A lot of things that we've been planning. And then I'm gonna tell you one other thing. Don't put a time limit on what you're trying to do and create. Because you never know when it's gonna pop. Like I've been on social media for 2006, and this year, within the last few months, it's starting to like explode. Right? I've been doing this for 12 years. No, more than 10 years, more than that. I can't even do my math right now. 17 years, and now it's just starting to really, really explode. I've been talking about my clothing line. I've been talking about the Jour since 2016, 15. So you're talking 7 to 8 years. And the product is just not starting to clean up. You know what I'm saying? Starting to get to where it need to be. You know what I'm saying? The Jour Platinum, that's our mascot. That's my mascot for the Jour. I created 3 years ago. It's the mascot. This is Platinum. He's our mascot for the Jour. For the kids, this is the Jour Platinum. Something I created 3 years ago. All right. So this has been out. This has been just sitting there since 2019, 2020. It's about 2 years ago. 3 years ago. 2020. Yeah, 2020. That's our mascot, the Jour Platinum. Newest stuff we got. The Black Joker EP. It's out too. You guys can get that. It's also out. Y'all see who that clown is. You know what I'm saying? The Black Joker EP. And a lot of what it was what this came from I was in a conversation and it was a white lady said, "Man, you're just a clown." And I was like, "Well, wait a minute. I'm talking sense. You don't have any argument?" She's like, "You're a clown." And then I was on the podcast. I was on a church podcast. And I was smiling because y'all know me. I play around, I'm joking, I'm sarcastic. And a lot of times when I see stuff and I start laughing in my head, I'm thinking about something off the wall, right? So I was smiling at the guy. "Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling? That's clown activity." Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, bro, like, real talk, man. I'm smiling because I got something that really could like I was smiling. You better look at me like the Joker because I got something that's going to slice. What I'm about to say is about to slice your throat. You know what I'm saying? What I'm about to say to you is about to destroy your whole argument. I'm like the Joker smiling while I'm destroying your whole argument. So guess what came out of that? Because of that, the Black Joker. That's what the Black Joker EP came. It came out of an argument that I had online with somebody. They were mad because I was smiling all the time. And in my head, I was like, yo, you don't even know I'm like the Joker, man. I might be smiling, but hey, my words cut. You know what I'm saying? Power of life and death is the power of the tongue. So once I recognized, and guess what? There were people saying, "Don't do it, don't put it out, don't show your stuff, don't do da 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 da." And a lot of times, once again, they're projecting their fears and their expectations and their limitations on you and your dreams. Don't allow it. And when you truly walk in your purpose, those same people that dissed you and told you not to do and was giving you all this advice from, because I found out something, man. People give you advice they'll give you advice from a ignorant perspective just to feel like they're a part of the situation. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Ready. You ready for it, Sherry? They give you ignorant advice just to do it from a perspective, just to feel like they're a part of you. You know what I'm saying? Just to feel a part of the conversation. They give some stupid advice about it. They won't study it. You be like, well, wait a minute. What's that based upon? Is that based on something that you study? Is that based on something you know, something you heard? And they just like, you know what I'm saying? This is the way, they just giving their feelings, right? And I'm looking at them like, yo, but it ain't based on anything of credence. It's not based on anything that's straight. So how are you telling me to stop doing this and do this, da-da-da-da-da, when, yo, man, it's my purpose. So you have to be strong enough to step out and do your thing and do it the way that God gave you to do it. Do it the way that God put you in the position to do it. And stand strong on your faith. That's the main thing, standing strong on your faith. Because a lot of people will not understand. They don't understand. They ain't done the research. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just talking. And they're projecting on you. Go out on your purpose. And so I'm gonna be happy that you lose. I guess this gonna be. I don't lose often. I don't lose often, but it's gonna be some people that rejoice in the fact that you lost. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some people that rejoice in the fact, hey, that you got beat. It's gonna be people that you love that rejoices in the fact that you got beat. And you're like, wow, I thought you loved me. I thought you cared. And they rejoice because they said, because something they said, and you went against it, you did it your way, and you went against them, they happy. Oh, I'm glad they didn't succeed. I tried to tell them they weren't gonna do it, blah, 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 right? And that's the wackest thing to me. Like, I never want to see my people not succeed. Even if I do something and they do the opposite of what I tell them to do, I really be wishing them the best. Like, oh, I hope it make it, man. I hope it works. You know what I'm saying? I hope it works. And if it doesn't, I ain't going to them. I will tell them I told you so. But I ain't going to them happy like, oh, yeah, it did work. I'll be like, yo, I told you, like, you should have did this. But, hey, now let's get back on it. Let's go do it again. Now let's go be great. Let's go be great. Let's go be fantastic. Let's go change the world. Let's get it. And then I also find this. When you're in your purpose, that's when all the copycats gonna come. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They got definitely looking because they don't have creativity for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Ed? What's up, Ed? My brother. You know what I'm saying? So stand in your purpose, man. Stand in what you love, and you stand, because all you need is God. All you need is that one moment where God shines his light on you. And you out of here. And, one of the best drummers that's been doing drummers, you need that one person shine that light and you out of here. And this is the thing. Now that we starting to get out of here, I'm still going to reach back to those. I'm still going to love those. I'm going to hit them with the Jesus. Forgive them Father, for they know not what they were doing. And I'm going to love them anyway. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, I want to make it so I can put some other people on. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind if some people making it put me on. If you made it, if you want to put me on, come with it. Let's go. But I want to make it so other people can get it. I could be a blessing to other people. It ain't just about King. It's to be a blessing to my other people. And when you're in your purpose, your true purpose is to help other people. Be it your family, be it the poor, be it whoever it is that God has you in line to help. That's what your purpose is about. And I don't even like using the word purpose. But that's really what it's about. And since I've stepped out on faith, and I've really been concentrating on my purpose, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, it's been life-changing. It's been life-changing. It's been life-changing. My face is cleared up. Y'all see how clear my face look? No, just flat. I got to get it. It look rough right now because I got a cut. You know what I'm saying? My face is cleared up. You know what I'm saying? Like, less pressure. Why? Because I'm walking in what I feel like God is supposed to put me for. What I'm good at. I want to, my expertise. I think I like being entertaining. I like being creative and coming up with new stuff and putting out new ideas and doing new things and having, even if I am getting inspiration for other people, put my own little twist on the inspirations that I'm getting from other people and from other artists and going on and say, okay, cool, that's dope. Let me sound like this. And what I'm not trying to do is copy and sound like nobody else. I just want to sound like King. I just want to be me. That's what the track said. Make sure y'all get my the new record, man, is coming. Y'all gotta get that. That's gonna be wild. You know what I'm saying? So like new record coming. And another thing I'm doing, man, I'm not stopping. I don't care. The main way people try to hate these days is with jokes, right? And we all have them. But see, this is my thing. If you got jokes or something I'm doing, I'm coming back with jokes at you. You gotta be willing to take it. If you're gonna dish it out, you gotta be willing to take it. The main thing. Listen, John. You said a mouthful there, John. He says, walking in faith frees up your blessing. God loves loves when you love not being in a comfort zone. And you know why? Because it causes you to really, really, that's great, John. And what it does is it causes you to really, 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 really trust in him. That's really what it causes you to. It causes you to really, really, really trust in him. You get what I'm saying? And that's the thing that we have to do. We have to trust in God. I hear people talk about trusting and believing in yourself. But if you really, truly believe in yourself, you believe in God. Because all good things, all gifts come from God. Right? So the good, you know what I'm saying? The good gifts, even if you use it for evil, the gift to be able to do that still comes from God. So he's right. Walking in faith frees up your blessings. God loves when you love not being in a comfort zone. And that's what we want to continue to grow. We want to grow ourselves. From doing the jour, which is currently from doing the jour, which is currently available. You can reach out inbox me to get them. We have the t-shirts from doing the Black Joker. And let me tell you something. From doing the Black Joker merch, yes, the hoodies out. It's crazy. Let me tell you something too, right? That's me in my face, right? Let me tell you something crazy too, right? I said that I wasn't gonna put the Black Joker EP on Spotify, stuff and whatever. I'm gonna show you an example. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. When you step out on faith and you say stuff and stuff like that, like it's people that got more numbers, that gets more numbers than me. They get they have a lot more clicks, more people watch their videos and stuff like that. But the reason why I get like, okay, he's a digital creator to watch and stuff like that. The reason why that is not because necessarily the numbers. What they're looking at is the content that I'm putting out, the original content. I'm not following so and so and so and so. If I talk about something, I'm talking about it from a perspective that's not everybody else's perspective, right? A lot of times we like to copy content, other people's content, and we're doing it and we're getting flagged and they're holding it against us. Even though we're getting numbers for that content, they're still holding it against us because it's not original content. It's not our original thought process. So when I came out and I said, hey, I'm not going to put my music on DSPs. We need to take it off Spotify, take it off Apple Music, blah, 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 blah. I only use it for promotions. Everybody, oh, what you going to do? Blah, blah, blah. I said, I think I got an idea. I think this Snoop was like, well, where's all the money going? And I'm watching this content. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to make a content saying, let me take my stuff off DSPs because 54 Spotify's made billions and we get 0.3 cent per thing. People's like, you crazy, man. You wild. Da, 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 da. What's up, Terrence? My brother. Terrence, wait a minute, Terrence. Hold on, Terrence. Wait a minute, sir. I've been calling you, Terrence. Terrence, you know I've been calling. You know I've been reaching out. I know you got that voicemail message. Terrence Thomas, Pastor Thomas. I know you been busy, bro. I'm messing with you, but you know I got the voicemail message. I've been reaching out. No, you can't say I made sure it's the right one. I heard that. Hey, this is Pastor Terrence Thomas. If you're not in right now, I got your voice message memorized. I got you, brother. You know what I've been calling for too. I ain't gonna do it now. It ain't time. We talking about the Lord right now, so we need to do it right now. But at the end of the day, you must be still calling. No, it might be the 912. You know, you got so many numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? You like the you got a lot of contacts, my brother. Shout out to my man Terrence Thomas, who's also fantastic businessman, a preacher, fantastic guy, a singer, multi-talented, multifaceted, man. He's doing stuff to change the world, and I support him in whatever he's doing, man. It's all love for me. You know what I'm saying? It's only for me. I look at him as an inspiration. Like so many times we do stuff, we look at stuff as competition, and it's like, yo, I'm trying to compete. It's like, nah, man. It's like inspiration. Like, dang, if T can do it, that's my boy. Yo, I can do it. Let me find out what my thinking. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Once you recognize your purpose, thank you, God. Once you recognize your purpose, it's not jealous. It's no jealousy. It's not jealousy. I can see T doing his thing. I can see Pastor T doing this thing. And it's like, yo, that's dope. Go for it, my guy. Blow it up. Because I understand I'm in my purpose. I understand I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I can congratulate. The people who hate, not only the people that hate on you, those are the people that are not in their purpose, don't understand their purpose. And they're like, man, how's he making it? How's he doing what he's doing? How's King doing that? I have people be like, man, Yeah, your mom and dad must have left you some money or something. How you doing what you doing? I was like, no, my sister got all the money. That's wrong. I should have said that. Lord, I got to cut that out. Right? No, man. I'm literally stepping out on faith and I'm recognizing what my purpose is and I'm walking in my purpose. And more I walk, guess what? More I walk through the hallway of life, the more those doors come and I recognize that I have faith and I'm trusting God, more I'm opening the door and it's like, oh, snap, it's unlocked. Let me walk through it. The more I trust them, I walk further in the hallway, and I'm like, I walk to the door, and I got, oh, snap, it's unlocked. Well, King, what's the key? Faith. Woo! What's the key? Faith. And people who truly walk in that purpose don't have time to be jealous. I should get like 5 likes, 4 amens, whatever. People who truly walk in their purpose don't have time to be jealous. Jealousy comes from people that don't know what their purpose is. Because if I see Pastor T doing something, right? Pastor, that should be your artist name, Terrence, Pastor T. If I see Pastor T, because they got Pastor Bite, you know what I'm saying? Like you got like little ways, little way, little this, little dirt, little that. Now you got Pastor T, Pastor Bite, you know what I'm saying? But if I see Pastor Terrence doing something and it's great, it's like, yo, dope. Right? If I see John doing something and it's great, thank God. I'm blessing God because if he did it before, preach that King Joe. He can do it again. I won't even try to have a sermon today. But if he did it before, he can do it again. And if you ask all the great men, and I gotta get ready to go. If you ask all the great men, how did you be great? How did you get to where you are? They stepped outside their comfort zone. They had faith. They realized what their purpose are, and they walked in it. And see, once again, y'all be listening to the world, and world be giving y'all dumbness. They be like, I stand on business. No, nigga, I stand on the word of God. I'm standing on his promises. Because business can go good or bad. Woo! Preach, King Joe. So I stand on God and his promises and his word. Standing on business. No, business can go bad. But though they slay me, yet I will trust them. I will stand on the word of God. When all else fails, stand. What am I standing on? I'm standing on the word of God. I'm standing on my purpose. Why you ain't gave up yet, King? Why you ain't gave up yet, King? Why you ain't stopped? You been doing this for such and such. Why you ain't gave up? Why you ain't gave up? Because I'm standing on my purpose. I understand my purpose. Listen, man, I got distracted and I had brothers. I never forget Terrence Thomas. I never forget this call. This may be like a couple of years ago. Terrence Thomas like, man, what you doing? I be having Joseph Terrence, because Terrence can be fussing at you, but he whispering at you. So he fussing at you, still whispering. So it's like, man, what you doing? I'm like, man, how you gonna fuss and whisper at me at the same time? You can't do it at the same. You can't fuss and whisper at me at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't fuss at me and whisper at me. You can't whisper fuss. I was like, golly. I was like, hey, I had to learn that. I had to learn how to whisper fuss like Terrence Thomas. Hey, you didn't get you. I learned how to do it in school though. I was just telling the kids, hey, you didn't get your butt off there. You know what I'm saying? Let me speak to you one more time. You know what I'm saying? Terrence though, but it's funny, but it's true. Terrence knows it's true. He called at me a fuss. One day he called and he fussed at me. right? About staying focused, staying in the purpose. And this is the cool thing, right? I stopped looking at the numbers. I'm tell you why. And God has been showing me something real crazy. And like I said, I wouldn't even try to make this a spiritual thing, but it is what it is. God was showing me something real crazy, right? What's happening now is people are going back and looking at my old videos. And I was like, dang, why are they going back and look at my old stuff? And I found myself going back looking at my old videos and stuff I posted way back in the years and stuff like that. That's why I don't really talk about a lot of stuff now. If y'all notice, I don't really be like posting about a lot of stuff because a lot of it just retread of stuff that I posted years ago, right? So they start going, people going back and looking at my old videos and they're getting confused. I'm like, how? Like, why are they looking at my old stuff? Right? And I'm finding out that companies and businesses are going back and looking at my old videos, right? And start to, see what's going on, right? So when we signed this deal, yeah, what Bishop Walter did when we signed this deal, Bishop Walter, no, that was prophetic to me. We were like this. When you talk about giving the card to your baby, when we signed this deal, y'all, it's gonna be based upon my whole collection of everything that I put out, right? And I was like, well, no, why are they going back and watching my old videos? And it's the same thing with Terrence. Terrence, you don't even know this. I'm gonna hit you. You came in on time, my brother. You came in on time. I hit you. It took time for the word. That seed took root. But if you know anything about seed, it takes time for the sprout. So he planted the seed. And you gotta go make it water, and you gotta have the sunshine. You can't just have the rain. You gotta have the sunshine and the rain. So it gotta be hot sometimes. It gotta be wet sometimes. You gotta be in the storm sometimes. But guess what? You planted the seed. Guess what? Now it's starting to sprout. I was like, wow. I said, bro, you planted the seed. So this video right here, am I closing? Everybody standing. Hey, everybody standing. Everybody standing. Yeah, they want to say everybody standing. I'm a preacher, man. I'm a pastor, man. I just don't have a church. All right. But in this video right here, I want to plant the seed that do not be scared to step out on faith. Do not be scared to step out on faith. The fear solidifies the victory. The fear, being scared. The fear is a part of the journey. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of it. Stepping out on faith and doing something that is out the norm really solidifies the record-breaking things that's happening. It solidifies the victory. Only person that walked on water was Jesus, right? That we know, documented, right? Documented. At first, when Jesus came, it was Peter that said, hey, if it's you, bid me to jump out the boat. I'm pretty sure everybody in that boat looking at, boy, are you crazy? Did he say, jump out the boat? Huh? If it's you, bid me to jump out. Teach that King Joe. Jump out. And I'm pretty sure people's like, nah, man, he done lost his mind. We don't know if that's Jesus, that's a ghost, or whatever, man. He talking about jumping out the boat and walking with it. Bid me to jump out the boat. Water is raging. It's deep water. Jesus says, hey, jump out. Some of you guys in your life, you sit and say, hey, man, something in me saying it's time for me to jump out the boat. Something's telling me it's time for me to step out. Water is raging, deep water coming. And Jesus is saying, come on, jump out. This is the thing. I want y'all to catch this. I want y'all to catch this. This is where faith comes in. Peter jumps out the boat and he starts walking on water. So he starts doing something extravagant, something that's amazing. He started doing something that no one else but other person. All he saw was the example. He saw the example. Said, hey, if he did it for him, he could do it for me. You got no power to do it for me too. Woo, and all brats about. He jumps out and starts walking. And he's like, wow, I'm walking. And rather than staying focused, he loses focus with everything going around him. Somebody gonna preach this next Sunday. I already feel it. Somebody gonna preach that next Sunday. Y'all gonna break it down better than me. He loses focus because he see the waves, he see the wind, he starts hearing stuff, he starts seeing stuff, and he loses focus. And guess what happens? He begins to sink. He begins to sink. Now, God bidded him to get on the water, gave him permission to get out on the water. He was walking on it. And because he lost focus, he begins to sink. Some of us are wondering why our businesses, our relationships, our marriages, our finances, our children, everything it seems like you're sinking. It's because you lost focus. You lost focus. Don't lose focus. Don't lose focus on your purpose. Don't lose focus on your destiny. Don't lose focus. Keys that King Joe. Don't lose focus on God. Don't lose focus on Jesus Christ. You stepped out of faith, you jumped out there on faith, and you're walking, and you start saying, oh man, this bill sink. You start looking and saying, oh God, this health issue sink. You start saying, oh man, my kids sink. You start saying, oh man, my job sink. And now you're trying to help the bill. You try to take care of the bills. Now you try to take care of the kids. Now you try to take care of the job. Oh man, my marriage sink. Now you try to take care of your marriage. You try to catch everything and you're sinking. You're focusing on everything else. You're hearing the whispers. Man, you shouldn't be able to do that. Don't put that up. Don't do that. The winds, the waves. I was like, why the winds and the waves? Because you hear, you see. Stay focused. You know what? I was like, y'all, man, Peter singing. That brother about to drown. Them boy, hey, the people on the boat probably was saying, we told him not to get out of that ship. Now he about to drown. That boy about to drown. They probably thought that he about to drown. They was looking at that boy about to drown. We told him not to get out there. We told him not to get in that water. Told him to stay in the boat with the safety with the rest of us. Wait a minute, that's 12 of them, and then they still in the boat chilling. Told him to stay here in the safety with us. But no, he wanted to be special. No, he want to go out there and jump out and walk on the water like Jesus. Oh, nah, he want to go do his thing. He should just stay here. He's sinking. Now he about to drown. If that was the end of the story, that would be it. But guess what happened? Jesus showed up. So, you're like, why did you lose focus? Why did you lose focus? This is for me. This is going to be for me when times get rough, right? Keith, what's up? Keith, This is gonna be Keith. This is for you when times gets rough. John, this is for you when times gets rough, right? This is the seed, right? When it seems like we're sinking in debt, when it seems like we're sinking in relationships, when it seems like we're sinking in our families, when it seems like we're sinking in our ministry, look to Jesus. That's when you need to get more laser focused and looking to the Lord, looking to God. That's when your faith is challenged. And guess what? When your business is failing and your business is sinking, guess what? You can't stand on it. Have you ever? Hey, I try. I gotta go. God, it's my time. I gotta go. Y'all get over here. I start having fun. And y'all start interacting with me. I just lose track of time. I tried surfing a couple of times, right? And a fat dude surfing kind of don't work out too well. You know what I'm saying? I don't see many fat surfers. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any big surfers, right? But I try surfing, and the thing is, you get on the board, and once you get the way it comes, you try to get on the board, you jump up, right? You got to jump up. You swimming, all right, good. And then you see the wave. Oh, there's the wave. Let me jump up. I got hilarious. This is hilarious. I wish I had videotape of it. You jump up, and the board seems like it goes down, right? And the whole thing with me was the board was sinking down. I'm like, oh, slap. You know what I'm saying? See, I can skateboard a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was skateboarding, but the board goes down. I'm like, man, the board keep going down. He's like, no, you're not trusting the board. He said, it's not going to go nowhere. He said, you're overreacting to the board sinking. Right? He's like, that's when you got to focus on your balance. The white dude jumped up. He said, when the board comes, he's doing it. He said, no, now you got to, he jumped up, focus on your balance. I was like, man, listen, man. I ain't been 250 in like 10 years now. You talk about focus on your balance. Like, I'm thinking about my weight, right? But that's when you got to focus more when you feel like it's sinking. You can't stand on business. Standing on business will have you, listen, man, it'll have you dead in hell. I don't call a spade a spade. Standing on business, because business change. You have some people that does good business, then you got some people that does horrible business. So you can't stand on that. But listen, the Bible says, hey, I heard a songwriter say, on Christ, the solid rock, I stand. All other ground is what? Sinking sand. So when you're standing on the word of God, standing on Jesus, standing on the promises, standing on your purpose, understanding when you understand and have true faith in God, then you understand your purpose. Guess what, man? Even if it feels like everything around you is going crashing and going crazy, guess what? God is still there and he's holding on to you. Marcel, I'm a witness, brother. I'm a witness, Marcel. It's crazy that all the guys that encourage me and reach out to me and keep me encouraged, they're jumping on this video. You know what I'm saying? Marcel, Keith Paul, though. You know what I'm saying? John, Terrence, those guys that witnessed to me and called me, and they call me just to be like, man, how you doing? How you feeling? What'd you say, Keith? Late in the midnight hour? What'd you say, Keith? Late in the midnight hour? So, listen, guys. All that other stuff. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. And I listened to, let me say something real important. Let me get one. I told you, I said, when you really know your purpose, you don't get jealous. All right? You don't get jealous. Jealousy isn't really important. It isn't really like a thing when you get your purpose. And you know your purpose and you know why you're alive. So. Right? You don't get jealous. You're like, all right, cool. I want them to win, right? And you use it as inspiration. Well, that's why the scripture says, people overcome by the word of testimony. Word of testimony. People overcome by the word of testimony, right? I listen to testimonies of my brothers. I listen to testimonies of my sisters. And I see how God does, and I'm like, okay, cool. If he could do it for them, he could do it for me. If I can get in that purpose, and he did it for me, he did it for them, he could do it for me. He could do it for me. He said you want to hear more of this on my platform. Listen, man, I'm a sports analyst now. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let you know that I'm a sports analyst. I'm a sports analyst now, John. I'm sorry. Sports analyst. That's what I am. King Jordan is sports analyst. I'm a sports analyst now. You know what I'm saying? I get no churches wanted me to come and speak at the church or talk to the churches, so I said, hey, give it to the sports analyst. No, I'm joking. It's always gonna be a part of me, John, because that's what I am. And I'm a believer. I'm a believer. Even some people say I believe to my detriment. I'll be like, y'all crazy. I don't know what y'all talking about. I believe to my blessings. I don't know what you talking about. I believe to my blessings. I wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for the power in God. I wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for the power of God and his love that he has for me. 0%. All glory goes to God. All glory goes to God. All glory. Listen, man, the unnamed sports show, the unnamed sports show, man, that's all God. I could listen. This stuff, like when you see something like hold on, you see something like this, that's all God. When I created that, I was laying in the bed. You said, okay, that's talent God gave me. You feel me? That wasn't nothing King Joe did. That's talent God gave me. You know what I'm saying? That came from him. You know, I'm gonna talk on listen. When you hear, hold on, let me see if I can play it. Let me see. Let me show you. Hold on, let's play it. Hold on, let me turn it on. All right, so when you hear, let me go black live mode, and I'm off. All right, so let me go live. All right, so when you hear, show me the list. That's all God. This is a Christian record.
Show me the list. Show me the list. Everybody talking about they the best. Everybody talking about us. BRG walking the God with trust. As long as I never says in the book, we good.
That's a Christian record. Listen, that record that was something that I did for BRG, and I submitted it to BRG. BRG said, hey, we don't know if we can rap to it, blah, 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 right? I was like, all right, cool. I need a song for my sports show. And everybody's talking about who's the best as far as the music and stuff like that. Everybody talking, you know what I'm saying? Everybody worry about who's the best, but we worry about what God we trust. That came from scripture where the disciples were sitting there and they was trying to say who's the top, who's the top of the kingdom. And Jesus was like, man, y'all worried about the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where Show Me the List came from. Guess what? I was like, oh, snap. I got a song to be the sports show song. That's God. That ain't King. That's God. That's God working through me, giving me the talent to come through and make it work. I know somebody out there, it's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. No, that's God. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't believe, that's fine. But you can't say you ain't know the word and you hear it. That's on you. Touch the feet. You know what I'm saying? So these things, the things, you got to walk in your purpose. What did you say, King Joe? And I definitely got to go now. You got to walk in your purpose. The purpose that God has for you. I appreciate everyone taking your time to listen. I appreciate everyone supporting me. But understand this, guys. I want you guys to win. I want you guys to make it. I want you guys to be happy and successful. I want you guys to trust God. Step out on faith. Don't lose focus. Stay focused on your purpose. Since I've been stepping out on faith, I'm gonna keep y'all. That's obedience. Keith, you said it. You said it, my brother. I gotta put it on the screen. You said it. That's obedience. That's definitely obedience. You gotta trust him through it all. The good and the bad. The tests and trials. Let me tell you this. And listen, let me tell y'all something. And this is what Christians don't like to hear. Like a lot of believers don't like to hear this, right? When you really in your purpose and you walking in your purpose and your destiny, God might pull a Job on you. He'll be like, hey, he might consider you. Say he might be like, man, I'm looking to go tempt some people. God might be like, have you considered king? Have you considered king? And they're like, but this is the thing. This is the crazy thing. This is the craziest thing to me right here. This is the craziest thing here. Say it was like, yeah, I consider him, but you got a hedge. Oh, you got a hedge around him. Oh, I feel like crying. He said, you got a hedge around him. He said, you got a hedge around. I can't get to him. You know what I'm saying? You got a hedge around. He's like, hey, have you considered king? He's like, yeah, I consider. That was my first thought. I was the first person I'm trying to go to, but I can't get to him. Boy, listen to me. Oh, my God. Woo! Hey, I'm sorry when I get happy like that. That hit me right there. Boy, he said, I can't get to him. Like, you got a hedge around him. I was like, how you? The enemy's trying to kill you from day one. He's trying to kill me from day one. But God has had he's trying to destroy me since day one. But he got a hedge around. People try to kill my identity. They try to go and say I did bad business. With some, I had done bad business before. But that wasn't that. That wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? He tried to say this, that, the other about me. Oh, he did. You know what? I told my friend the other day, I'm out of here. This is my hoop right here. This is my hoop. I told my friend the other day. No, I'm just joking. I told my friend the other day, I said, hey, you know what? Everybody's talking about the killings in Dublin and stuff like that. And I told him, I said, hey, I prophesied that this was coming. I told him, we was doing all that stuff, and it was all in the piece of brutality. I said, hey, y'all not thinking about the communities. Y'all not thinking about the gangs. Y'all not thinking about this, that, and the other. I said, hey, I'm the voice in the wilderness. I kept telling you guys, I'm the voice in the wilderness. The Lord says it's going to get worse. Not going to get better. It's going to get worse. They said, well, you ain't saying nothing. I said, wait a minute. No. Y'all traded me to the white delegation for Spencer Lovett. I remember that. I'll never forget it. Y'all saved me for Spencer Lovett. I said, hey, since I've been here with the white delegation, man, listen, man. I said, we've been thriving. I had jokes, right? But this is the thing. Same thing happened to King David. King David was a Saul. Saul them didn't want David. Saul was jealous of him. He was jealous of what he brought to the table. So guess what he did? He kicked David out, tried to kill him. David had to go end up fighting for the Philistines. Ooh. For the Philistines, out of all the people, the Philistines. And he was getting ready to really go to battle, but God had a hedge around him. He couldn't have him fight against his own people. So God said, hey, man, they found out who he was. They said, hey, the guy didn't trust him. When Namor, he didn't trust David. He said, man, I think it's going to be a trap. They were going to fight for us and whatever. So he said, hey, David, you just release, do your thing. We're not going to have you fighting against your own people. He said, because hey, you might turn on us and whatever, right? And David was like, nah, man, we really going to come help you. He's like, nah, we're going to turn, you might turn on us. So we're just going to release you from that. That's God having the hedge around you. Same thing, man. Some of us, we've been betrayed by people that we love, and God got a hedge around us. Right when we get ready, we feel like we got to fight them. He said, nope, bring peace and bring them back together. What David ended up being? The king. Bring it home. End up being the king. Some of you guys got purpose. Stay focused on your purpose. Stay focused on God. Stay focused on the things that you have. Don't let the waves, don't let the wind, don't let the voices and everything come to you, start saying you can't do it. Don't believe it. Stay focused. Focus. Your life will change. I gotta go talk to the young people at the studio. Love you guys. Y'all be blessed. What are we going out with? I want to do I Trust in You. Yeah, let's do I Trust. This is why I wrote the song. Let's go. We out. Y'all be blessed. I'll holler at you guys soon.
It's so much hurt and pain.
Yo, if you want to do the Dior, you can hit me up. They are available. We have them in stock. They are available. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up, man. I'm giving some away. Holla at me. The first two people that inbox me about the Dior, I'm giving away. I got a large and I think I extra large. I'm giving away the Dior. Hit me up. Holla at me. Holla at you. We trusting in God all the way. Stand in your purpose. Love you guys.